everybody, my name is Alisha Nicole Jackson. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Today is a lower body workout. Typically, I stretch first thing. I did stretch, you guys. I just didn't post it. So make sure you get a stretch for 7 minutes in. This was a hell of a workout, not gonna lie. Okay, so I'm gonna share it with you guys. First, we have glute medius hip thrust. Okay, I found these online. All right, one of the guys I follow online, he's great at building glutes, and a lot of the stuff he does is backed by scientific research. So I wanted to give these a try. He says these are great as far as your glutes are concerned, and honestly, y'all, these were giving me a run for my money. Okay, they were hella hard. I had to stop multiple times. But this is a fantastic workout. Okay, basically, I was going a bit fast, but basically what you want to do is place excuse me, one leg behind the other, slightly on your heel, and then bring that leg across your body. Okay, so you want to do each side at a time. I did 3 sets of 15 on each side. If you see me looking back or adjusting the camera, y'all, I just want to make sure I was in it. But for these, I did 3 sets of 15 on each side. These are great, honey, and I knew they were working good because by my second set, I literally was exhausted. I'm like, bro, like, I'm tired as hell, okay? And I had just taken my pre-workout, which, like I mentioned, I take baking soda for pre-workout, and it works for me. But I was so tired, okay? I was exhausted, so these were great. By the second set, I had to take so many pauses just to get to 15, all right? But these are awesome. Basically, what I do is I have a 25-pound plate. So while you're moving that leg from behind you, right, from coming up off that heel to almost like a fire hydrant stance, okay, you want to have that 25-pound plate against your leg, and I'm assuming that's for resistance. Okay, so do 3 sets of 15 of these. Remember, slow and control, because honey, baby was just trying to get through it. Okay, but that is okay, right? Slow and steady wins the race, right? But starting off with these was quite diabolical. I didn't know how I was gonna get to the rest of the workout until I got to the next exercise, and I was like, damn, this is tougher than the first one. This is tougher than the first one. I was so over it. Guys, my favorite season is coming up, which is crazy because you would think it would be summer because I'm born in the summer. But actually, lately, it's been winter, y'all. I'm super excited for this winter because winter is where you level up, right? It's where you save your money, you stack, you're in the house. It's where you bulk if you need to. So this winter, I think I'm going to be doing a bulk, okay? Not even that I need to put on any more weight. I look great, okay, with a capital G, but I think I'm going to be bulking soon. All right, so for the second exercise, let's get right into it. I have a 60-pound weight. I picked up the 50. I said, we need to challenge ourselves, so I went to the 60. All right, and it was heavy as hell, but it's heavy lifting day, right? So for this, I actually got this workout from one of my favorite influencers. Her body is sickening, okay? But basically what she did was she superset a RDL with a squat, okay? So basically what I'm doing first is I'm doing a standard RDL with the dumbbell. I've never seen anybody do this before, so I thought when she did it, it was genius. But you want to hinge your hips back, and then you want to go from that into a basic squat, okay? These were hard as hell, right? I was sweating so bad. I had to stop several times during filming just to wipe my face and my body, okay? But they worked very, very good. And how cute is the outfit, right? They worked super duper good, okay? I would do these every day if I could, but I'm probably not. I haven't superset a workout in a minute. And all superset means is that you do exercises back to back, right? So go from that hinge, right? Hinging those hips back with that RDL straight into a squat. And you'd be surprised, like, how strenuous it is. Clearly, I'm here taking a break. But I think lifting heavier does help. I went to wipe off my face, guys, like I said. But stay with me. I think lifting heavier does help with how strenuous the workouts are and how effective they are, right? If I would have picked up that 50-pound weight, or it would have worked. I can't even talk. It would have worked, right? Because I would have did the workout regardless. But lifting heavier does form more resistance, and that makes you work harder, right? It makes your muscles work harder, makes your body work harder because it's heavy, okay? And it's resistant against you, all right? So that was my break. I probably wipe myself off because this superset of RDLs into squat was crazy. But I promise you guys, you will feel these in your glutes. And I have a tip, okay? This is a great tip. And I believe I'm going to try to do this before my workouts, okay? But before this, I wish I could have included it. I stretched and then I activated my glutes. That was just me being lazy. That RDL was crazy. I stretched and then I activated my glutes, okay? So what does that look like, right? Okay, always make sure you stretch and then grab a band. I had a band. Depending on what thumbnail wins the thumbnail comparison, you might see the thumbnail me with a band. That's because I did banded walks, okay? So let's say you do workouts and you're like, okay, Alisha, I can't feel none of these in my glutes. And every time I work out, my quads are big as hell, but my glutes stay the same size. You need to activate your glutes before the workout. So stretch, all right? And then grab a band, a stretchy band. They have some at Planet Fitness too. Shout out to them. You can do clamshells, right? Where you lay on your side and do clamshells. Or you could do banded walks, right? Which are my favorite. So what I did was I did 5 banded walks from side to side, okay? And then in place, I lifted that leg up, right? And I was in a squat position almost like a fire hydrant against the band to form resistance. And then that's how I activated my glutes, okay? So all this is me doing another set, knocking them out, or either finishing the last one, because these were hard. I had to stop several times. I can't lie. But this was a great gym session because, one, the workouts were hard, okay? And for me, since I'm getting stronger, right, my legs are lifting 300 pounds, okay? Having a hard and effective workout is such a green flag because it means I'm still working, right? I feel like sometimes in your gym journey, you could get to the point where you are like stagnant or you're not motivated. So when I get workouts where I'm sweating on the second one and I'm taking hella breaks, right, that makes me excited because I'm like, okay, at least it's effective, at least it's working. If my legs are lifting 300 pounds and I'm 130, you know what I mean? I need a challenge. So this was very much so a challenge for me. So much so that I stopped several times, as you can tell. So remember, the first workout that we're doing today is going to be the glute medius hip thrust, where you grab that plate, right? One leg behind the other on your heel slightly and coming up like a fire hydrant, right? With the plate pushing against that leg, okay? And then this second one is a superset. So you're going to hinge your hips back, squat, like so. Hinge back, squat. Okay, but a little better than that. 3 sets of 15. Next, we did everybody's favorite, okay, step-ups. Listen, I say everybody. I didn't say mine, okay? I'm for sure not everybody. But people love step-ups, and I see why, okay? Step-ups definitely work. Would I say this is my top glute workout? No. But according to science, it is very, very effective. My favorite workout for glutes, to be honest, are RDLs, and lately it's been the hip abductor. Those are awesome, right? I did the RDLs. I always do a RDL, a form of a RDL, and then I do my hip abductors during the week, okay? It's just better for me. Typically, that's the one I start out with, okay? To me, that's like a form of glute activation almost, so I love those. But for these step-ups, you're going to do 3 sets of 15, okay? If you see me with that 15-pound kettlebell, basically, I do the first 10 with the weight, and then the last 5 without. How cute is this outfit? I gotta say that again. It's too stinking cute. I was getting a lot of compliments on my shirt. It says spoil me. The people there really seem to like it. I'm like, okay. You feel me? You gotta follow what the shirt says. But, so, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Okay, step-ups, yes. Sorry, y'all. It's been a long weekend. Anybody else, honey? It's hot as hell in Chicago. I don't know what's going on, okay? But, yes. So, I like to do hip abductors during the week. I like to start my workout with those as a form of glute activation. But I'm not going yay, guys. I think I'm going to at least try to activate my glutes before every workout. Because why not, right? Like, if you can get the best possible result, I'm the type of person, I want to do everything to get that result. Like, if I'm going to get in here and work hard and sweat mid-workout and keep taking breaks and stop and start and stuff because the workout is tough and strenuous and it's good, then I want to make sure I get the best results overall. I don't want to do it. So, I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'm gonna bulk again, which I don't need to bulk again. I love my body. I think it's perfect. It fits me perfectly. I feel like you have to have the right body for you and your body type. Okay, I'm naturally petite. I don't know why I hesitate to say that, because people, I don't know. But anyways, I'm on the smaller side, and you know, I think I just accept that now, and I tone it up and I make it look good for me. Okay, it's so crazy. I had somebody comment on here. I just peeped the comment like a week ago, but they're like, "Oh my goodness, you're a scammer. Your booty's fake." I'm like, I don't have enough fat on my body for my booty to be fake. Please, y'all, go back to my videos a year ago. Where the hell did I get the fat from to transfer it to my butt? I just want to know. But if you buy my guide, which link in the bio, you can get those same results, okay? You can get those same allegations. So, yeah, I say all that to say it's crazy that people think that, and me, as somebody who's in the gym a lot, I talk about body dysmorphia. I feel like I'm getting over it more and more as time goes on my gym journey. But sometimes we can't even see our own progress. Meanwhile, people are here saying it's fake, perception is reality. Everybody has a different perception of people and how they look in their bodies and things of that nature. And I think sometimes social media and our devices and our phones have our brains fried. You know what I mean? So sometimes you just gotta go outside and touch some grass, okay? Everything isn't fake. Everything isn't fraudulent. Everybody's not bad, right? But in that same breath, I do believe I will be going on a bulk this winter. Okay, just for myself, not necessarily because I think I need to gain any more weight, okay? But I think I just want to see how far I can take my gains. Initially bulking, guys, I was so scared because I'm like, oh my goodness, what if I bulk too much? What if the weight sticks and doesn't go away? At the height of my bulk, I was about 137 to like 140, and I'm 5'3", and that was a lot for me, right? So I cut down from that, and now I love this size, right? But I think my point with bulking is just to see what I could do with my gains, to see how I could push my body, to see if I can hit my weight goal, but in a way that benefits me. I want weight in the right places, not the wrong ones, and I think that's the biggest thing for me with bulking. In gaining in any capacity, you can't control where the weight goes. If anybody says that, they're capping, right? Now, you can steer the weight in the right directions, okay? But if it lands other places, that's just how it is. So, I'm excited to bulk because I want to push myself and see what I can do. I follow this girl. She made so much progress, and she's been bulking on and off for 3 years. So, it really is a journey. It's a process. Don't get frustrated. Even I'm learning, honey. Because I've been putting on gains consistently for like 2 years almost, on and off. So, it takes time. And this time around when I bulk, I think it's gonna be so interesting because one, I'm eating more protein, right? I'm hitting my calories. I'm more disciplined. I have more knowledge, right? Not only do I have my previous personal trainer who's certified and has managed gyms and did stuff with the Olympics, but me myself, I'm studying for my certification, and I just have 5 years of being at the gym and knowledge, which is why I made my guide to help other men and women who want to gain and it didn't want it to take forever, but I'm just excited with all the new knowledge that I know to bulk again. It's like new and improved, better this time. You know what I mean? My first time bulking, I had so much trouble with what to eat and how to hit calories and not eat so much salt and sugar, and that's why I made my guide as well, to kind of guide people, to help them. So it's gonna be interesting now, with my pre-workout I take and my and everything to come all together, and I'm interested to see if I do, what I continue to do with fitness. Like, what is gonna be next for me with this, right? What's gonna be next? All right. Well, apparently the leg press. Okay, y'all. I guess we're leg pressing next, honey. This came suddenly. All right. Wow, I'm shocked. Where are we at? Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I just got sidetracked. I was having such a good conversation too. I didn't expect the leg press to pop up so soon. So I think that's super duper interesting. Okay. Okay. I get it. Okay, so I had another exercise on here. And I was like, where did that go? I put it in here. I just had to check the video. But back on track. Boop. Okay, so after those step ups, 3 sets of 15, remember, you don't have to use the weight, right? If your form is not that good, I would suggest not having weight with the step ups. Sorry, y'all. I was just yapping all off topic. But I would suggest not to have a weight with the step ups. But if your form is pretty good, use the weight as extra resistance during the workout, and like for the last 5 I take it away. So 3 sets of 15. This is a really good workout, guys. Okay, next we get into this leg press. Okay, so how I like to do the leg press is, I've mentioned before, where you place your feet on the leg press determines what areas to hit. Okay, so for me today with the leg press, I was gonna initially just place my legs in the middle, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do that. I've already been sweating like a hog. You know what I mean? Like, I've already took 45 breaks. But, okay, I was like, no, you know what? Let me challenge myself and do more than just have a narrow stance, okay? So, for this one specifically, I placed my legs inward and outward, okay? Instead of high and low, I did narrow and wide, okay? So, narrow for like your outer thighs and quads, and then wide for your glutes and hamstrings, hip abductors, inner thigh muscles, all that good stuff, okay? But basically, you want to make sure if you do the narrow and wide stance, you do 3 sets of 15 of each, right? It's not a trade-off. You have to still do 3 sets of 15. So, really, dun, 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 you're doing more like 30. You're doing more like 30, okay? 30 in one set. Jesus. That's a lot. That's a lot, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot. But you get the job done, okay? The crazy thing is I had a period of time where I was not doing my 3 sets of 15. I think I cut down to 10 or 12. I was taking it easy. As you should. You should always have resting periods. And what I noticed when I went back up to that 15, like, I felt an immediate difference as far as, like, how my body looked, right? How my butt looked, how my thighs looked. And I think that's the crazy thing about the gym is, like, you have to keep challenging yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to, right? You can stay stable. You can maintain a certain weight. But for the most part, if you want, I don't know what they're doing over there. I'm just noticing they having a good conversation. But if you want to, like, really make improvements, you can't just be like, oh, shoot, like, I'm going to stop trying. I'm going to stop. No, you have to keep challenging yourself. You have to keep going, y'all. And that's the crazy part. It's like, you already don't feel like going. But it's like, if I'm there, I might as well put in my full effort, because I got up and I showed up. And that's half the battle, I swear. And then, like, tonight, it may seem, I don't know. I guess it doesn't seem chaotic. But it was empty. So I'm like, let me just get this done, Now my legs are getting super strong, guys. I have 345 plates on each side. It's giving big mama, okay? My legs are super strong, like I said, including the sled. That's like 300 pounds just lifting. So I'm really proud of myself and my progress. I'm interested to see, like, how I look once I bulk again and then cut, and, like, oh my god, y'all, I'm just so excited for my future and my growth. And I hope you guys are excited for your future and your growth. I hope you work very, very hard, and remember that, there's still time in the year to make a change. One of the influencers on TikTok that I watch, he basically said, like, if you haven't did anything this summer, you still have months left, And I think that's super important. Like, you have literally a couple months left in this year. September, October, November, December. 4 to make a change, right? If you had New Year's resolutions, baby, it could be a new year right now. Today. August 10th. New year, new you. Come on, go to the gym, And you know, this is much deeper than just, at this point for me, this is deeper than just, oh, I'm doing this to look good. Like, yes, I love to look good. I like abs. I like toned legs. I like, you know, I like my glutes popping. I like it, you know, a nice side profile, you know, sitting up like a P, okay? But I think it's just deeper than just physical and aesthetics. It's more about continually showing up for yourself and committing to something. This was the best thing I could have ever did to myself, that, but did for myself. Why I say did to myself like it's a crime, but did for myself because it's taught me so much, right? And it's crazy. I was looking at a video of myself. I was like, oh my goodness, there's nothing wrong with being smaller, right? Because I'm beautiful either way. And you never know, you know, life happens, right? But I was vegan. I was happy. I was so calm vegan too. And these are sumo squats, guys. 3 sets of 15, okay, for these ones. But as well as the leg press, remember, in and out, okay? But, you know, I was so happy when I was vegan and I was smaller, right? So it's no diss to that. But I was looking back and I was like, wow, I was so small. And back to leg press, okay? Guys, ignore that edit. But that's what I was waiting for. That's why I paused a couple minutes ago. I'm like, where's the sumo squats? They were supposed to come before the leg press. But it's okay, okay? So this is just a continuation of what I was doing before on the leg press, 3 sets of 18, right? This was probably supposed to come first, but it's all good, y'all. Make sure that you lift heavy for the leg press. The reason that the sumo squats ended so short after 1 set was because I actually had to give my phone to the guy to charge it at the front desk. So I was only able to get 1 set recorded, and I was trying to get it there ASAP because he was like, okay, bring it now. You know, I didn't know if he was gonna charge it. But basically what I was saying about like your goals and things of that nature and just how it's changed me for the better. It's so cool to be able to say you go to the gym, and it's something crazy about discipline. And the older you get, the more you realize how hard it is to lock in. It gets harder as you get older. You like, bruh, I be tired. Like, my recovery now, I be so tired, y'all. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I be tired after the gym. I'm tired right now just talking, just thinking about this. Like, I'm ready for a nap. You know, it's like you get older, it's like you sleepy. You sleepy. You tired. You like, I just want to go home and go to bed. So I think it's even cooler as you get older to have this level of discipline, to be like, oh my goodness, like, I'm going to really go. I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Yeah, guys, this was initially supposed to be first. So this is just me stacking up the 3 plates. So don't let it confuse you. Just for this workout, like I said, for the leg press, do 3 sets of 15, okay? For the sumo squats, do 3 sets of 15. This is just me showing you guys how to do it. But, you know, don't be super confused on that. I just placed the sumo squats in between the clip accidentally, and these were supposed to be switched. And that's okay. It's all good. Everybody makes mistakes, right? So, yeah, just remember that, guys. And then, like I said, you can also look up, I love the helpful images, like, on TikTok and on Instagram of, like, you know, just different things about protein and leg press placement. But that's literally all online. It's not hard to find at all. These people are still having a great conversation. But yeah, I would just encourage y'all to get to the gym. Like, you would be surprised how much of a flex that is in the real world. And I know the internet makes it seem like it's so many gym influencers, there's so many people in the gym, but it's not. If you look around you, it's not. It's hard to commit to, guys. It's literally like, I don't know. It's like just staying on a regimen. You know, you have to keep going, right? And for me, it's deeper than just physical aesthetics. Now it's about mental health, honey. I feel like I go to the gym, any darkness is lifted. That's how I feel with church as well, right? Not trying to compare the two, honey, because they're completely different. But you get what I'm saying? It's healing for your body, for your physical. That's more spiritual. This is physical and mental, you know, and maybe even spiritual, right? Because it's like pushing that, you know, the darkness off of you. Literally, it's scientifically proven when you go to the gym, the positive endorphins are released, and that's why you feel better. And that's why, you know, if you are in a, you know, you have to work, right? And let's say you don't really care for your job. Maybe you do. Either way, hell, if you go to the gym before you hit that job, you're gonna feel amazing. Like nothing Dorothy can say, no offense if you name Dorothy, it's gonna piss you off that day. I really don't know I don't know anybody named Dorothy. This is the first thing that came to my mind. So no offense to anybody named Dorothy. That's a cool name. But you know, any coworker, anything a coworker says, I'm not gonna piss you off because I just went and worked out. You know what I mean? Like I could do anything. I'm invincible. Who cares what you say? That's literally how it feels to work out before you go in the office, okay? But do it whenever you can, guys. I know it gets harder as you get older because I be tired. I worked out yesterday and I'm tired, you know, today from it. But yeah, y'all, remember for this workout, I'm gonna go over the workouts one more time, okay? The full list if you need to. I'm gonna give you the list right now. Glute medius hip thrust. You could look at my demonstration, but I would recommend looking those up for a slower demonstration of those. So glute medius hip thrust, okay? 3 sets of 15. RDL plus a squat. It's a superset. You RDL, hinge back, then squat. 3 sets of 15. Step ups, each leg, 3 sets of 15. Okay? Sumo squats, 3 sets of 15. And leg press, 3 sets of 15. Remember, for this workout, you are lifting heavy. If you want to add the cherry on top, bing, you can add in a hip thrust, okay? Hip thrust is really going to do it 3 sets of 15. What I did for the hip thrust was I squeeze at the top, okay? That is an amazing addition to this workout, okay? So that would give you 6 workouts instead of just 5, okay? So if you're really up to it, which I believe y'all got it in you, add in the hip thrust for a little razzle dazzle, okay? And let me know how this lower body day goes. This was a hell of a lower body day, okay? Challenge yourself on the weight, okay? But also listen to your body, right? If them knees don't feel good, okay, go down, okay? You don't want to hurt yourself, you know? And if you have to take a pre-workout, I recommend baking soda. I got that from a huge gym bro on the internet, and he has amazing advice. I do the baking soda before and a Gatorade after to refuel my body with those electrolytes, and those electrolytes would go to my lower body for an amazing pump, okay? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe this is the second set. But I'm done with the workout, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great week. Don't get confused by the video. Just use my list for help. And yeah, you guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and go work out. See you in the next video. Bye.